Hey, what's cracking, everybody? On today's video, we're going to take a look at CachyOS. So CachyOS just released a new release on August 28th. And right now on Distrowatch, it's currently #1. So I'm curious to see how the system looks and how it reacts and, basically everything about it. So we're going to take a look at CachyOS. And right here on the website, it says CachyOS is a user-friendly and highly optimized distribution based on Arch Linux. Our distribution offers a seamless installation process and a range of customization options to personalize your computing experience. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, CachyOS delivers optimized performance while maintaining its simplicity. All right, so as usual, I got it up in a virtual machine. So let's go through the installation process and see how it works. All right, so this is going to be CachyOS, the August 28th release. All right, and we're here on the virtual machine right here, and you can see as soon as the ISO boots up, you're welcomed by a welcome screen. It says, "Welcome to CachyOS. Thank you for joining our community. We, the CachyOS developers, hope that you will enjoy using CachyOS as much as we enjoy building it. The links below will help you get started with your new operating system. So enjoy the experience and don't hesitate to send us your feedback." So there's quite a few buttons right here. You got a section for documentation, support, and project. But on the bottom is what we're looking for right here, installation. So it says launch installer. So I'll go ahead and click on that. I'm assuming it's going to open up Calamares, but we'll see right now. Okay, and it says choose bootloader edition. So we'll go with Grub because that's what I'm used to. All right, and now we got the Calamares installer that opened up. So first it asks you what bootloader you want to use, and then the Calamares installer opens up. So right now it's American English, so that's correct. Click on next. My location in Los Angeles, that's also correct. So I'll click on next. English default for the keyboard layout is correct. And then I'll select erase disks. And I don't see nothing for swap, but it does say something about file systems. So you got ButterFS, XFS, ext4, F2FS, and ZFS. I always use ext4. It's just a force of habit, but it's your will, whatever you want to choose. Click on next, and then right here, you got your desktop options, and it comes with a wide range of desktop options, as you can see right here. But the ISO itself has the Plasma desktop environment, so we're just going to leave it with Plasma. Click next, and right here you got an option for additional packages. So if there's anything else you want to install, you can select it from here. I'm just going to leave the default, and now let's enter some user info. Username is going to be test. Password is going to be 12, of course, as always, and I'm going to log in automatically. Again, I've said this plenty of times. If you're a new user, do not check this option until you know what you're doing. And I noticed that my next button is blacked out because it says right here, password is too short. So let's see if making it longer makes any difference. All right, and it does. So now we click on next. All right, here's your overview. Click on install, install now, and CachyOS is off to the installation. And as usual, I'll go ahead and pause the video now. And when we come back, we'll be taking a look at CachyOS, August 28, 2025 version. All right, we are fully installed and rebooted the system. So here we are on CachyOS installed on the virtual machine. And we are greeted by the same welcome screen. Only difference is you don't have the installation button now. So as I said before, you have a section for documentation, you have a section for support, and you have a section for project. And plus there's two new buttons right here. You got apps, tweaks, and install apps. So first let me click on apps and tweaks and let me see what happens. All right. The first section on top says tweaks, profile sync daemon enabled. Was that Anansi CPP enabled? Cache update enabled, Bluetooth enabled. All right, so there's a few options you could use right here. So if you install the system, go through it, read it carefully, and deal with what needs to be dealt with respectively. And then there's the install apps. So basically, if you want to install certain applications right here, you can. Let's say, for example, I want to install the Brave browser. I'll go ahead and I'll click that. And I guess you have to click right here on update system, but let me go take a look at Office Suites. Let's also get the LibreOffice. Look at text editors. It already has, I'll just put gedit just for the head of it. And let's see under photos. I don't see any image viewer, so let me go ahead and install the image viewer. Video and movie. Let's see what comes under here. You got XPlayer. XPlayer is basically what you find on Linux Mint, things like that. Right here is Totem. It says Totem, and it plays both music and audio. So we can do that. We can do VOC. SM Player. SM Player, we haven't seen that in a while, so let's go ahead and install that. Let's look under audio, see what we got. Audio. Let's try Clementine. And media recording, editing. I don't really need any of this right here since I'm on a virtual machine, so I'll leave that alone. And we'll just stick with that. And then I'll click on update system right here. Give it the strong and complicated password. So let's go. I had to give it a long password in order for it to work. So as it was a requirement from the installation. So let's go ahead and it's installing everything that I asked for, and I believe it's also updating the system. But while it's doing that, let's talk about the desktop environment. We are using the Plasma desktop environment. So this is Plasma. We have the panel on the bottom, and on the right side of the panel, of course, we have our system tray with our clock, volume, internet, brightness, pretty much your system controls at a quick glance. And then on the left, we have some pinned applications. So we have the Brave browser, and then we have Dolphin. These two are what's open. So these aren't actually pinned, but these are the Brave browser and Dolphin. And then next to that, you have system settings. So as I've seen on pretty much every system that I open up, pretty much everything comes with a system settings. And from here, you can control your system. So if there's anything you want to control, let's say, for example, right here, we got input, output, we got connected devices, we got networking, appearance and style, apps and windows, workspace, security and privacy, language and time, system. So pretty much everything you want to control from the system, you can do it from here. So these that have a little right arrow on them, if you open them up, you're going to have more settings. So right here, right now it's selected automatically on the mouse. So whatever you need to do with your mouse, you do it here. For a touchpad, if you click on that, and you can see right here it says no touchpad found, and screen edges, if you want to control anything to do with screen edges. Now the ones that don't have a right arrow basically go right into the settings themselves. So gain controller, it says no gain controller found. Sound, if you go to sound, it'll open up your sound manager. Accessibility, it's going to open up your accessibility. And this one, even though it doesn't have a right arrow, you get more options here. So like I said, this is your system settings, and basically you control your whole system from here. All right, so it looks like everything's installed. I'll go ahead and exit, and then we can go back. If there's anything else you want to mess with right here, you can do it. If you don't want to see this when your system starts right here, you just click on this. It says launch as start, and I've turned it off. So when I close this, it's not going to start up again. All right. So like I said, we have these pinned applications right here, and then we have our application launcher. So let's open our application launcher. Application launcher has favorites, all applications, and they are in alphabetical order. You got development, education, graphics, help, internet, multimedia, office, system, and utilities. Then you also got places, which will open up your file management system. So you can see it right here. You got your log out, shutdown controls right here, your session controls. And then you have a search. All right. But on our pin applications, let's take a look at Brave. Let's see. Right here is asking for a to set up a password. You don't have to. So let's go to back. Let's go to classic. So I'm gonna show you right here. Click on finish. Just leave the password blank if you don't want to enter a password every time you open up Brave. Just leave it blank. Click yes. And now every time you open up the Brave browser, you won't have to enter a password. But if you do enter a password, you're going to have to enter a password every time you open up Brave. All right, so let's see. Do we have an about? Let's go to help, about Brave. And it is Brave 1.81.137, official build. All right, next to that, we have our Dolphin file manager. Dolphin is usually the file manager that you're going to find on Plasma. Now, of course, you can set up any file manager you want. You can install Thunar, you can install Nemo, you can install files from GNOME. Pretty much any file manager will work, but this is a curated file manager for Plasma. And of course, you have your basic desktop sections here. So, you got your documents, your downloads, your music, pictures, public, templates, and videos. They're all empty, of course, until you fill them up. And to view hidden files, let's see, we do not have a right-click control for hidden files, but if you press Control H on your keyboard, you will see your hidden files, and Control H to hide them again. And let's see, about Dolphin. Dolphin version 25.08.0. All right. And if we go back to our applications launcher, let's see, what did I download? I downloaded Ristretto image viewer. This is, if you want to watch your images, just go here, go to open, navigate to wherever you have your images, and you can view them from here. Let's see, what else did I go into multimedia? Clementine. That's one of the ones that I recently added. This is a music player, so same as like a file manager. You will navigate to your music from here. You'll be able to select your music and play it. All right, also under multimedia, I did install the SM player. This is basically a video. You can play video and audio, but SM player is pretty cool. It plays everything pretty good and has real simple functions. You have a menu where you can control everything. And the same as before, if you want to open up a video file, you can go to your file manager, or if you have anything in favorites, you can do it. You can even add playlists. You can even add a URL. Like, let's say, for example, YouTube. You can play a YouTube video on here. And, radio, same thing also with radio. You can add URLs or local files. And, of course, being that old school settings, if you had a DVD drive installed, you could play DVDs or Blu-rays, video CDs, audio CDs. Pretty much a full multimedia player. Similar to VLC. I actually like this better than VLC, but VLC is the more famous of the pack, so a lot more people like to use VLC. I see. Now under Office, I believe I did install LibreOffice, and of course it's all here. So LibreOffice, if you need to open up an Office app, use VLC and set it up. All right, and here you have it. Pretty much LibreOffice in a nutshell. And it is version 25.8.1.1. All right, so I guess as far as a system, you know, it does what it needs to do. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's highly snappy. Everything works well. You know, everything out of the box is working a-okay in my book. And when you open up the terminal, of course, you get either fast fetch, neo fetch, or one of the fetches. You can see right here, this is CachyOS. And it has the latest kernel, 6.16. And of course, everything else on here will vary from system to system. So whatever your system has, you know, pretty much it'll put it up right here. And I can see right here, it did install the swap. So even though it didn't tell you that it did during the installation, it does install the swap. All right, well, I wanted to take a look at CachyOS. It's just released a new release, and yeah, like I said, everything's good. Everything's snappy. Everything works good. I don't see no problems whatsoever. Works out of the box, and it works great. So I give it a thumbs up. If you want to check out CachyOS, look in the video description. You will find a link to their website. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video you just saw, please hit that like button. If you didn't like the video you just saw, hit the dislike button. It's all for a game here on LinuxHub. And that's going to do it for this video on CachyOS, August 18th, 2025 edition. And I'm out.